Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping live today, going through some cracked magazines. I got some cracked magazines out in the wild. Caught them out in the wild, just like a Pokemon. And I'm going to be showing those to you in a little bit. Two things, though. One, if you look into the live chat, maybe it's over there. Maybe it's over there. Anyway, look into the live chat. Check that out. I did a poll. And so if you have an opinion about which one we should flip through, you have 4 options. Maybe don't vote now because you can't take it back. Maybe you can. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing is if I get 1 super chat, Kyle Bridget's going to give me $20. That's what's going to happen. I don't know. That's what he said. That's what he told me. Super chats. Remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way you can support this YouTube channel and help it to continue its growth. If you're watching live, make sure you do that. Make sure you leave a chat right now because I'm about to go through it and say what's up to everybody. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down in the description. Also, somewhere down there should be an ability to join the channel. And it's just like, what do you call it? It's just like Patreon, all the same benefits, except you also get access to the videos before anybody else does. So if that's meaningful to you, you can do that. If neither of those are something you want to do, you can give me a super chat. And that's just a way of saying, here, have a couple bucks. Quit asking me and show me the cracked already. Damn it. This is a family show. Damn it is the worst word you'll hear. Anyway, guys, let me thank those people who support me on Patreon right now. Ben Forsgren, Joey Jesso, Reflection of Perfection, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. Hey, what's wrong with you? What did I just say? I just said this is a family show. Hello, Sticks McFly. How are you doing today? Good evening to you, Vanessa Amaya. How do you do? AEAA Sketchyworks says, hello, people. And I say hello to you, Sketchyworks. Harvey Esquire's here. Most excited to see Sticks. Finally, here we go. Finally. Like, how many messages is that before somebody acknowledges me? Jeez Louise. Who else is around? That's it for now. If you're watching, if you're a lurker, leave a little period. Just go boop and then hit that. And then I would know that you're lurking, which I guess defeats the purpose of lurking. Hello, Demir. How are you, man? Long time no see. Thanks for stopping in. You guys, I have a few things that I need to talk about. Well, one is if you're on Instagram, I started a thing. It's like a flipping through chat group that exists on Instagram. And if you want to be a part of that, send me a DM and I can add you to it. I think it'll be, yeah, I don't know. You can chat with each other. You can share links to things that would be relevant. Sticks McFly shared a link to Dick DiBartolo's live stream, which is helpful. Unfortunately, it's on a day that I can never, ever watch it. I'm never home when it's on, so that's kind of a bummer. Also, Kyle Bridget posted a pretty cool link, and that is a link to, hold on. Let me see. You guys, wait, if I hit no, you guys probably won't hear this. Wait, maybe you can. Wait a second. Share screen. Here we go. Also share audio. There we go. This is the newest installment.
Aren't you always like blocking yourself? Marching down
No,
the
that's,
street?
what is that? That's like
The Catholics. It's the Catholics.
they're imitating Christ's sacrifice, presumably.
Well, presumably it's Potter's Eating, the comic book nerdcast that dares to ask, what? Me worry? Kyle's channel. I'm your idiot, Kyle Bridget, and with me, your co-idiot,
Patty McInerney. Hey, Kyle, real quick.
Yeah.
I got a problem, man.
What's that?
We didn't actually. Anyway, there you go. So check that out. If you want to be in that Instagram group, just send me a DM and I'll add you to it. I didn't want to I kind of sent invites to people who are active in the chat most often and who I know what their username is on Instagram. I just didn't want to spam it out to everybody, you know? But yeah. Thank you, Sticks McFly. I appreciate that. Yeah, we flipped through a Cracked magazine. So it's only fitting that I promote it here on this channel because Cracked is my new best friend. I've got 4. Where did I put them? Here we go. I got 4 issues. I was, where was I? I was at the comic book shop. I returned to a comic book shop that I have not been to in many, many years because I did go to this comic book shop for a while and then they fired my friend who worked there. And so out of protest, I stopped going there and I started going to another comic book shop. And then that comic book shop moved really far away. So I was like, well, I can't, I kind of have to stop. I can't, I have to go back. This protest must end. Where are you watching Mad TV? Where? Oh, yeah, you got the DVDs. I thought it should be on HBO, right? That's what you would think. We talk about this every single time. You would think that I would have an answer. Yeah, look at this. Hold on. Browser. Mad TV. You can watch on Apple. You can buy an episode for $2. Imagine that. Imagine doing that. Amazon, buy. Why doesn't HBO have that? That's baloney. They should absolutely have that. Whoops. Wait. Not sure. But wait, what are you doing with this? Are you just listening to this? You're playing a video game, watching Mad TV, and chatting on this live stream? Are you on TikTok? I use TikTok to talk to my Chinese girlfriend you don't know. That might be the funniest comment. For sure, the funniest comment Harvey has ever left, but maybe the funniest comment of the entire channel. Holy smokes, that was great. Here, I'm actually I need to look at this. All right, we should go over this. I'm asking you guys to vote. Here are the issues. So I picked these up at my local comic book shop. And I've said this online. I've gone on record saying that Cracked magazine oftentimes is more expensive than Mad magazine, where I'm from. Each one of these issues was $6. $6, if you can believe that. But I had a great spring break. I got these 4 issues of Cracked, and I also got Don Martin's Sales Ahead, and then that Paul Peter Porges paperback, the thing Mad Look at Lobsters or something. I've got a little tickle in my throat, so I apologize. You're gonna have to deal with random coughs. Anyway, so there's this one. Cracked magazine from July 1979, issue number 160, cover price 60 cents. Something funny is going on here. Here's a John Severin illustration of, what is that? Sylvester P. Smythe. And look at, they're doing a play on what is it? Christopher Donner. The Donner. Is it Christopher Donner? No, Christopher Reeve and Mr. Donner, Director Donner's Superman tagline, "You'll believe a man can fly." So that's that joke explained to you. So now it is funny. Here we have this. Something's really weird going on with this cover. I don't know if there was some like type of heat transfer or something, or maybe there was something from the back of another magazine that was sitting on that. Here we have Different Strokes from 1979, 162. And it says, what does this say? Oh, over 6 million readers haven't read Cracked yet. Wait, this is CE. CE Severin. Who's CE Severin? Now, here's another. This is probably another Severin cover, right? I don't know, though. I'm not very good at identifying the artists from whatchamacallit, this place, Cracked Magazine. Richard Donner, of course. Did I buy that Superman one? I think I did. No, it's gonna, like I'm getting closer and closer to having a complete Mad collection. The next step, of course, is getting a complete Cracked collection. The problem is that like as much as I joke around about crackedcoversite.com, there is no crackedcoversite.com. There is nobody who does anybody have a complete collection of Cracked magazine. Oh, Mort, is it Mork and Mindy? Mort and Mindy? Mork. It's Mork. Extra free gift. Look inside postcards ready to mail. And they are. This has the postcards inside of it. I did a little flip through of this one. And finally, in this issue, We Rack Star Trek. I wonder what their title for it is, because with Mad Magazine, it was Star Black. Star Black. Okay, there's Uhura, there's Spock, there's Kurt, there's Bones, there's this bald bitch. Who is this? Who is this? Mork and Mindy. Anyway, let me know which one you guys want to flip through. We have time, probably only to flip through one of these. But just like the thwack, I still have one more thwack to flip through, I think. I had 3 issues of that. Just like thwack, I'll come back to it. That's the fun of these live streams. All right, let's see. I'm going to, wait, no, do I want to end the poll? It looks like Different Strokes. I'm going to end the poll. And Different Strokes won it with 50% of the votes. Who is this? Leah? Well, I don't know that woman. All I know is like I know very little about Star Trek. I started watching it with one of my kids, the original Star Trek television show, which rules, man. I don't know, like people. Okay, this is, I think. Hold on. Pronounce it Ilea. Oh, I see. There's an I. I thought it was okay. I see it now. Here's the thing about Star Trek, and I think most old media that I consume is like, I guess I'm able to like suspend disbelief, which I feel like is a really good attribute to have when consuming media. Like when I watch old movies, even movies that I know are like blocky or like B movies, like I don't know, like watching The Blob with Steve McQueen, or Svengoolie last night had Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, which I missed because I had to go to a dinner party. Yeah, it was not very happy. It was just in the entire dinner party, the whole time I was thinking about how I'm missing Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Whenever I watch these movies, or like Attack of the Puppet People or anything like that, I don't think about how corny it is. I don't think about how the special effects are bad. To me, it's like, first off, amazing that they were able to accomplish that stuff. And they're usually really enjoyable movies. She's from the movie. Yeah, that's why I don't know. The dinner did not have a TV. And I think that if I was at a dinner party and I started watching Svengoolie, I think people would have something to say. All right, I think that's what yeah. Then you can never write a parody for Mad. I really can't. I don't know if you guys some of you may have picked up on it, but I actually value sincerity. I value it quite a bit. And so I feel like when people put out works and they're doing it sincerely, I react to it sincerely. And so it's I would be bad at being mad. I don't like making fun of movies. It's not something that I get a lot of enjoyment out of. But that's not to say I don't have any cynicism. I think I'm a pretty cynical person. See, I don't know what happened here. It says see back of t-shirt. And then I think that probably says see front of t-shirt. And my guess is there was like some type of heat transfer that was sitting and bled through. It like kind of did a little bit of a transfer. What's up front? What's up front are cover? What? What's up front are? Is this supposed to explain it? Look, Sylvester, when we said we were going to hire Arnold for the next issue of Cracked, we didn't mean for you to hire Arnold. For you to hire Arnold. Note, this cover painted by another famous Severin. I don't get any of this. Let's look at the table of contents. So let's look at the masthead. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, well, now I'm a cheapskate and I don't pay for StreamYard, so they make me leave the StreamYard logo on top of it. I wish I could do something about it. Well, I can do something about it. I just refuse to do the one thing I can do. All right, we have Robert Spruill, Bill Spruill, and Joe Catalano as publisher, editor, and contributing editor. What you would call the usual gang of idiots if we were looking at a Mad magazine. George Gladier, Daniel Gutman, Michael Pawlowski, Donald Wong, John Ficarra, ooh, future Mad worker, Charles Brown, Randy Epley, Elaine Ozimak, John Severin, Warren Sattler, Bill Ward, Samuel Whitehead, Don Orheck, Howard Nostrand, Suri Guman, Will I Goof is the proofreader, and Sylvester P. Smythe is the janitor. I wonder, is this the one? No, it's not. I'm really falling in love with Howard Nostrand. I think that he's such an amazing artist, and I just wish that he would have worked for Mad Magazine. The back cover of one of these looks absolutely fantastic. Hey, is John Ficarra, speaking of John Ficarra, 50-Foot Woman is on MST3K channel. Yeah, but again, I don't want a dumbass robot making fun of the movie that I'm trying to watch sincerely. So I won't watch it on MST3K. I never really got into MST3K because I just want to watch the movie. Speaking of John Ficarra, is John Ficarra alive? Are any of those other guys alive? Anyway, look at basically you have Mad Magazine's table of contents. I'll try to keep in mind that this StreamYard logo is floating around there. That would be a good one, I think. Well, I don't know. Would John Ficarra give, this is what I want, is I want to ask questions like, did you guys fake the letters department? Things like that. Things that they might, I wonder if I would get an honest answer to. That's the type of question I want to ask. I want to ask, like, I don't know, anyway. What was it like bringing back Harvey Kurtzman and Will Elder? That's what I want to ask about. You know, things like that. Was there any, like, did he interact with Kurtzman? Did Kurtzman ever, like, how long was he sore about basically losing Mad Magazine, you know? Anyway. Q? K? What? I recently got Cracked from 1990 with 3 Don Martins, 3 Basil Wolverton pieces. and it was edited by Jerry DeFuccio. Yeah, it's weird because, like, on one hand, I hear things like, well, artists had a hard time making their way from cracked into mad, but at the same time, maybe it was just like it was just standards. It wasn't that they were upset that they worked for cracked or anything. Like maybe it was just you aren't good enough. I don't know, or you don't. Maybe you're good enough, but it just doesn't match our style. Here we have Friends of Cracked. Look at this. This is crazy. Has your name gone up in smoke? To find out, get a magnifying glass and take a good look into the smoke in the picture above. If your name is there, congratulations. The whole world now knows that you are a cracked friend. If your name hasn't gone up in smoke yet, click the coupon below and rush it to us. Then look for your name in upcoming issue of Cracked. To be sure you don't miss the issue with your name in it, send $4 along with the coupon and we'll enter your subscription to Cracked. So Cracked would publish new subscribers' names. I can't zoom in close enough. Is it going to focus? No. Okay, I got to go out a little bit more. Will it do it? Well, now you guys can't see it. Here, I'm going to try to read one. It's real names, guys. It's real names. They're all there. You're going to have to, I don't know. I wish I had I do have a magnifying glass. It's just in the other room. Anyway, here we have the letters department. Letters from our readers. Dear Cracked, my father told me he read Cracked when he was a kid. Is he lying? How long have you been publishing Cracked? Jerry Ansler, Tacoma, Washington. Dear Jerry, 20 years. But he could still be lying. Dear Cracked, look, a lot of people named Bobby are writing in. Dear Cracked, I hate rain. Whenever I sit outside and read you on a day like today, the pages get all soggy and the ink drips onto my pants. Can't you do something? Dear Bobby, rain, go away. Come again another day. Take your drops and send them back. Sanchez wants to read his Cracked. Anyway, look at here's Nanny Dickering. That's pretty cool. No. And here we have different strokes. This is John Severin doing this this send up of different strokes. What was the premise of this? An old man adopts 2 black kids, but then he also has like a daughter. Anyway, somebody's going to have to fill me in on this. Severin, I don't know. I mean, it's fine, right? It's like he's good at drawing likenesses, but they don't really seem like caricatures. It just seems like kind of accurate cartoon drawings of these people. It's not, nothing seems very cartoonish about it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, good. I'm glad that I was accurate. Oh, and then look at it's the Munchkin from the Love Boat. We're gonna keep moving on. Here's okay. This is why. This is that Nostrand guy, right? What's his name again? Howard Nostrand. This is him. Like, oh man. Okay, so Cracked theory on the relativity of time. Yeah, it is. Well, hello, Christian McAngus. Yeah, I mean, it's John Severin. He got to start at EC Comics. He's a great artist for sure. Yeah. Then Me Too Big. Hello, Me Too Big. Those are 2 new people. Oh boy, I hope they hit that thumbs up button. How about this though? Odd that the drawings of people are not funny. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, Mort Drucker drawing any of these characters, they're going to be exaggerated. Any of the mad caricature artists, they're going to be pretty exaggerated. Maybe Angelo Torres would be like the most sort of down to earth ones, but even he's going to exaggerate them. These are just drawings. They're just cartoon drawings. So this is Howard Nostrand, the artist that I'm quickly becoming absolutely obsessed with. Just read a mad article like that. I don't know if it was before or after. Yeah, I don't know. Just a facial expression that's goofy would help. Yeah, exactly. Like any amount of exaggeration. Anyway, an hour seems like a minute when you're watching your favorite TV show. Oh, it's over already? Can't wait till next week. A minute commercial during your favorite TV show seems like an hour. We'll be right back with the second half of Battlestar Galactica, but first, these words about Blitz, the first detergent that whitens and softens both your clothes and your teeth. That's funny. Like whitens and softens your teeth. Look at Nostrand, though. Like this is, imagine this artwork in Mad Magazine. I mean, this dude rules. I love this style so much. The 5 more minutes your mother made you wait before opening your birthday presents seemed like an hour. Don't open them until your father gets home. The hour it took to open all your presents seemed like 5 minutes. That's it. The month that your teacher gives you to read and be prepared to give a speech on them. Wait, hold on. I just combined both of these. I need to pay attention. The month that your teacher gives you to prepare a speech seems like only a day. The 3 minutes you spend in front of the class delivering the speech seems like a month. Then George Washington discovered electricity. But I'm Howard Nostrand is my new obsession, my new artistic obsession. Yeah, it is. It's like, it is really good inking. It reminds me kind of, I don't know. Is it like, does it remind me of Daniel Clowes? Let me see. Is that who I'm thinking of? I'm just going to stop here on this panel for no reason in particular. Daniel Clowes is a cracked guy. Yes, it absolutely does. That's my answer. Yeah, look at this. The young lust. What else does he? I mean, like, yeah, 8 Ball, Art School Confidential. It very much reminds me, or I guess I should say that Daniel Clowes reminds me of Howard Nostrand. But yeah, this dude rules. One of the back covers, you guys, it's absolutely amazing. Just I can't get enough of it. I really can't get enough of it. I mean, it helps that he draws babes too. All right, I'm not gonna lie. But even this, I don't know. It's like he also has this sort of I think like with gestures and stuff. It's like almost now the style doesn't look like it. It just sort of reminds you of like Bob Clark. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Anyway, I got to see. Looks a bit like the oblongs. Yes. Yes, dude. Absolutely. Me too big. Where have you been? Who are you? You just show up and you start commenting all of this stuff, agreeing with me. I love it. The oblongs. Hold on. Oblongs. That was Will Ferrell. That was an old TV show from Adult Swim. And right? Wasn't that what it was from? Yeah, I mean it's like different. It's almost like they had that distinct thing where it's like nobody had a nose. Obviously, the oblongs had no hands or feet or anything. yeah, there is something about it, like the line weights and yeah, Angus Oblong was created by somebody named Oblong and Jace Richdale. Anyway, what channel was this on? Adult Swim. Hot dog. I'm a genius. Sometimes it's like my ability to recall information is staggering, even to myself. Read a Cracked in 9th grade, the one with the King of the Hill parody. I bet that would have been awesome. Loved King of the Hill. The Oblongs were, I liked that show. The Oblongs were very sick and weird, but compelling and interesting. Yeah. Wasn't Will Ferrell? Am I remembering that correctly? I swear Will Ferrell was one of the voices. Yes, he was the dad. Bob Oblong. Then Jean Smart was the mother. Randy Sklar and Jason Sklar. Remember them? They're twins. I don't know if I remember any of these other voice actors. I thought I dreamed the Oblongs. It's hard to find anyone else who seems to remember it. Yeah. Well, that's like, I feel like there was a lot of millennials had a great time for television to exist in because there's a lot of weird stuff, but there was like channels that were just so what am I trying to say? I think the great thing about growing up as a millennial with television is that you had things like Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network was creating things for kids that was interesting, and then young adults that was really interesting, like Adult Swim. But on the kids front, things like Dexter's Lab or Johnny Bravo or Courage the Cowardly Dog. And then like that, those are kids shows. They're very good. They're very compelling. They're very weird. Courage is a very surreal television show. And then you had the Adult Swim stuff where they were importing like Japanese anime, like Gundam Wing or Cowboy Bebop. And then they were having really fun and like giving like good shots to people to do weird, interesting shows. And FX was doing stuff like that where they were like, a lot of great shows came out of FX. It was a good time to like television being, when we were growing up. Anyway. The least popular comedic actor to Gen Xers. Who Will Ferrell is? The least popular to Gen Xers? Well, yeah, I guess because you had Adam Sandler, right? I feel like a lot of Will Ferrell's stuff was directed at millennials. Yeah. That show brings back a lot of memories as a kid. I remember watching that show when I was 9.5. How old was I? Well, that was in 2002. So I was 17 when that came out. Yeah, 17 or 18, probably. I was born in 1985. I don't know. Cat Dog. Cat Dog was a sick show, too. Again, very weird. Here we have, what is this? What am I even looking at? Cracked Fact Pack Housing. Here, we here at this fine magazine are now reading our, oh my God. I really can't read at, oh, hold on. Anyway, we here at this fine magazine you are now reading believe that our job is not only to entertain, but also to instruct, teach, and inform. And towards this goal, we now present a new feature entitled The Cracked Fact Pack Housing, a potpourri of fun facts, sadistic statistics, and anything else we could think of to fill 5 pages. Here we have, who is the artist doing this? Anyway, let's zoom in and look a little bit at this. I want to make sure we get through this whole magazine. Okay, hold on. This chat is blowing up. I read a poll yesterday, and Will Ferrell and Amy Schumer are just despised by Gen Xers. That's interesting. Will Ferrell says yes to too many projects. For every good film he does, he's in a couple of corny ones. Yeah, that's sort of everybody, though. I don't begrudge any of them because it's like, if you could make a Hollywood film or whatever, it's like, I don't know, get your nut. That's what I say. Like, get in as many projects as you can because you have a finite amount of time where people actually want to see you. Not everybody's Bill Murray, you know. Not everybody can just keep being beloved despite the Garfield movie. Anyway, barn raisings. In the 1800s, and the family bought a lot. I'm not going to read all of this. They'd look over the plans. They'd go and hammer away until the house was finally completed. I'm going to skip this one. All right. That's what I'm going to do. This one looks mediocre, I have to say. Fact, 5% of all Americans live on houseboats. How do we pay for it? Why not float alone? Cows have 2 stomachs. No wonder I'm always hungry. Thought they had more than 2 stomachs. What do I know, though? I'm not a cow doctor. What do I look like? A cow doctor? Recall that odd Japanese show Milk Chan? It was like a Japanese Kathy by Kathy Geiswhite. The only Japanese cartoons that I watched, well, I would watch Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, MXC. That was amazing. With Gundam Wing and Cowboy Bebop, maybe a little Trigun, but that's what I thought. I thought it was like 4 stomachs and 8 teeth or something. This is great. Sagebrush. Sagebrush is a reoccurring character by John Severin. I love this whole thing. I like these rocks, the way they're rendered. And then he uses like some zipatone to fill in the back, all of those rocks in the back. Looks pretty great, though. Would I be asking you if that avalanche didn't seal us in this box canyon? I tell you, we're trapped. Go ahead, just this once. He may be grouchy, but he's still the best friend I've got. There you go. He's a helicopter donkey. I don't really understand that joke. Here we have the cracked lens, which, if you guys watch this channel for any amount of time, you know that this is my least favorite type of entry into a humor magazine. The photograph, the still image from a movie or a TV show that is then captioned by the editors, and they try to write something funny. It usually sucks, but let's give Cracked a chance. Let's see how Cracked does, looking through the cracked lens. Yeah, Zipatone is it's a pretty cool tool. There's 2 things, though. There's Zipatone, which would be these. It's either like dots or it can be like any sort of pattern that's transferred onto the artist's paper, and then they'll cut out where they don't want it. And then the other thing is craft tint, and that's special paper that's brushed on, and it develops those hatch marks. And that is pretty cool. I've done a video on it a long time ago. But yeah, that would be impossible to do all of those. A flying burrito. All right, let's look at that. I said I can't discuss your promotion now, Foster. I've got too much on my mind. Maybe this will clear your head for you. Okay, that's kind of funny. I hope you at least found the book you were looking for. Artie, I don't think the chief liked that remark you made about his lasagna. I sure wish Alice would get a can opener. What this one? We weren't laughing, Jerry. We like your new hat, don't we, Ron? Okay. How about this one with the guy? Listen, hon, I can't talk anymore. I think someone else wants to use the phone. That one's kind of funny. It's just not. It's not that funny. I guess I don't know. I don't think it would help if I knew what the show or movie was either. That okay. Now listen, we can say a lot of. It's okay. We're in a place. I want all opinions are welcome. But that is a pretty controversial opinion to be sharing out. That Cracks Magazine is as funny as Mad Magazine. Pretty bold thing. Hey, you guys, if you haven't already, will you please allow me to remind you to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. It super helps this channel, helps it grow, helps it get strong. All right. Don't we want this channel strong? More people seeing Mad and Cracked Magazine. How many people have liked it so far? 8 likes on this video. I think that's pretty swell, but I think we could get more. So if you haven't hit like yet, please consider doing that. Please consider becoming a channel member or joining Patreon. That information is right down below. That's all. That's all I have to say on the subject. Please consider doing that. Turn on the news. Does Shane just absolutely abhor Cracked Magazine? He's missing out. He's missing out. This is kind of funny because, I mean, this is definitely a mad gag that they're stealing, right? A cracked look at a golf course, and it's like they take this, a mad look at. They take the title from one mad thing, and then they take the concept from a mad peek behind the scenes. So they didn't even get that right in their thieving. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I hope I'm not getting a cold or something. There's this weird thing going on in my throat. Let's zoom in and appreciate some of this. This is old Donnie Orheck. Kyle Bridget would be crapping his pants. He loves Don Orheck. It's his favorite artist. He says Don Orheck's better than Bill Ray. That's one of the artists that he says is better than Bill Ray. Dude, oh, holy smokes, dude. Me too big. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I'm going to have to get in contact with you because as a channel member, you get some stuff. So thank you so much for doing that, man. I really appreciate that. What does this do? I just hit a star. I don't know what I did. Anyway, thank you, bro. Here we have, the wife had to pick today to have her hair done. Oh, he's got the baby in there. The next hole should be easier. We've got 2 strokes. Have you been hanging out in the pool hall again? Oh, wait. I think I get it because it's the first hole. So first hole, they get 1 stroke. Second hole, they get 2 strokes. They don't understand how the game works. I love these illustrations, though. I'm not going to read this stuff. I'm going to just like move slowly and, you know, move slowly through it. And you guys read those. I'm just going to talk about these Don Orheck illustrations. I don't know what it is about this, but I really like that dude. Smallest caddy in the world. LOL, before the racing horses steal it all. Or the IRS. Yeah. Always like those Hatlow style panorama features. Dude, I don't know what half of those words mean. Hatlow style? Hold on. Hatlow style? What the hell is Hatlow style? Hatlow style. Hatlow. I'm going to Google Hatlow. Oh, I found it. Look at this. Let me inform all of you ignorant people. Jimmy Hatlow. All right. This is pretty cool. See, now this is great. This is like another person that I have to spend time looking into and then buying collections of their artworks about. This is interesting. Oh, speaking of, let me show you something. Hold on. I forgot about this. Where is it? Hold on. Let me pull this up. You guys. All right. So a while ago, I was talking about how I was selling stuff to the whatchamacallit. What was I selling shit to? To the comic book shop. And I got a bunch of store credit there on gift cards. Right now, I have currently like $260 in store credit at the comic book shop. And I remember talking and saying, God, why are my shoulders so uneven? God, what's wrong with me? Anyway, I had asked for suggestions about stuff to buy. I didn't remember any of the suggestions that you guys gave me, even though there were a lot of good ones. But I did pre-order something, and that is this. This is coming out soon, on sale April 29th. I put in my order. It's at the comic book shop. The sincerest form of parody, the best 1950s Mad-inspired satirical comics, a collection of the best of a single outrageously funny volume, now in a new and improved printing with an oversized format. How big is this going to be? Oversized? What? I didn't know it was oversized. I had to buy a new bookshelf. Oh, geez. When Mad became a surprise hit as a comic book in 1953, after the early issues lost money, other comic publishers were quick to jump onto the bandwagon, eventually bringing out dozens of imitations with titles like Flip, Whack, Nuts, Crazy, Wild Riot, Unsane, Bughouse, and Get Lost, which I have a few copies of Get Lost, reproductions, of course, that Kyle sent me. He had them and then he gave them to me. I've got the normal size version. Kyle talks about it all the time. He does. That's why when I saw this reprint, I was like, I better get on this. The sincerest form of parody collects the best and the funniest material from these comics, including parodies of movies, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or movies, TV shows, comic strips, novels, plays, advertisements, classic literature, and history. Some didn't even try for parody, but instead published odd, goofy, off-the-wall stories. These earnest copiers of Mad realized that Will Elder's cluttered chicken fat art was a good part of Mad's success, and these pages are densely packed with all sorts of outlandish and bizarre gags that will make for hours of amusing reading. The parody comics are uniquely 50s, catching the popular cultural zeitgeist through a dual lens, not only reflecting 50s culture through parody, but also being themselves typical examples of that culture in a way that Harvey Kurtzman's Mad was not. This unprecedented volume collects over 30 of the best of these stories. Of these crazy, undisciplined stories, all reprinted from the original comics in full color. John Benson, who wrote the annotations for the complete Mad reprints and interviewed Harvey Kurtzman, also provides expert, profusely illustrated commentary and background, including comparisons of how different companies parodied the same subject. Artists represented include Jack Davis, Will Elder, Norman Maurer, Carl Hubble, William Overgaard, Jack Kirby, that's fun, Dick Ayers, Bill Everett, Al Hartley, Ross Andrew, Mike Esposito, Hy Fleischman, Jay Disbrow, Howard Nostrand. Yes. Wonderful. Oh my God. How serendipitous. And casual comics readers are probably familiar with the latter satirical magazine that continued to be published in the 60s and 70s, such as Cracked and Sick, but the comics collected in this volume were imitations of the Mad comic book, not the magazine, and virtually unknown among all but the most die-hard collectors. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty stoked about that. Al Hartley was like Jimmy Hatlow comic stuff. Yeah, presumably. I mean, it's all like the early Mad comics were all comics. So, yeah, Norman Maurer did the Three Stooges comic book and is the son-in-law of Mo Howard. That's pretty cool. Wait a second. Do I remember some obscure fact like that? I feel like that's come up recently, but I don't know. Don't know when or why. Okay. So Vanessa, consistently with some off-the-wall comments, unrelated to what we're talking to. But Spy versus Spy, there was talk about doing a Spy versus Spy movie. They just never got around to it. We'll see. It looks like they're doing Snafu too. Nice. Well, and I think it's just a reprint. Well, it's new. It's new and improved. So maybe it's different in other ways besides the size. Either way, I'm pretty excited about it. If you guys can think of other stuff that I could order from my comic book shop, please let me know. Send me a DM, and yeah, that'd be great. Hold on. All right. All right. So what is this? Oh, this is like products designed for overweight Americans. This is actually something that never mind. I was thinking about something else entirely. My phone keeps beeping. Hold on. All right. Sorry, I had to. Here we go. Let's see. This is great illustrations. Weight isn't important, but for those times you need to know, why hassle with conventional scales? There's got to be a better way. Well, there is. The new Comfort digital readout measuring system. Merely sit in the padded seat and watch your weight flashed in large, easy to read digital numbers. Great for weighing letters, packages, and even sides of beef. Only $79.89 at all leading big department stores. All right. Recall the amazingly slick Playboy, Trump, and Help magazines. Robert Crumb, etc. got started in Help. Yeah, I still need to. Oh, that's right. I need to get the Help. I have the Jungle Book. I have Trump, and I think they did a Help collection. Or maybe I'm thinking of Humbug. I need Humbug. I need Help. I have a floppy issue of Help, but those are pretty hard to come by. And like Humbug, they're very expensive. Stouts Illustrated. See, this is a problem, is that like sometimes sometimes the chat is just so on point and saying stuff that I really am interested in, that I get distracted and I can't even like flip through this properly. He did a documentary. This is Mo Howard's son-in-law on PBS about his father-in-law. It's 9 hours long. Jeez Louise, like a regular, who's that guy who does the thing on, he did like baseball and jazz. He's that famous guy. Terry Gilliam did get his start in Help. And that's why he was an artist. He did all of that artwork for Monty Python as well. The Playboy printed Trump looks like a psychotically good drawing quality, especially the advertising parodies. Yes, absolutely. I remember the Humbug collection coming out. GM Spectre. Hey, thanks for dropping a comment. Dude, there's like a lot of new people dropping in. That's pretty sick. I need to get that Humbug collection. That's my problem. I recently got a Humbug paperback. See, all you guys, Ken Burns, that's what I was talking about. See, all you guys have this stuff. Golly. John Cleese was also in Help, too. What did he do in Help? What did old Johnny Boy do? You know, when a woman is just slightly heavier than the average woman, her stockings need a little extra something to keep them from running and wrinkling. Introducing Hune's Stronghold stockings. The secret, instead of nylon, ours are woven from slinky strands. Ours are woven from slinky strands of steel, Now you can have all the support you need and not worry about your stockings giving way. That's absolutely brutal. Ponderosa states the first apartment complex designed especially for the well-rounded American. Just look, no more of this. Ponderosa has extra big doorways with greased sides, plus extra wide 10 by 10 tubs, and extra big rooms. At last, I can have 3 friends over and still have room for my furniture. And this is kind of funny, but like the whole like if Americans are fat thing. I don't know. I always thought it was like kind of a recent thing, so it's kind of amusing that they're poking fun at this in what is it, 1979? Yeah, 1979. Oh, why do I still have that? Cleese first worked with Gilliam in a photoplay. A fumetti! I was reminded of that word. Fumetti is a fun word to have. Or whatever they call it. You need to put chat on text to speech. Yeah, that would be great. Just to have these like robotic voices. Like imagine that. Imagine how schizophrenic I would feel. Look at this. I have to see those things. Ken Burns. John Cleese was also in Help too. Darn Kurtzman had a lot of great talent in the magazine. Humbug covers look amazing, 1957, or whatever they call it. You need to put chat on text to speech. The one where he's obsessed with a Barbie doll. That's it, Fumetti. Like imagine that. Imagine as I speak, having that soundtrack in my mind. That'd be miserable. I appreciate the suggestion though. You guys, if you are just watching, maybe just tuning in now, please consider hitting that like button, hitting subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate it so very much. Here we have a typical college registrar's bulletin board. This is like kind of like weird artwork. Who is doing this? This is what bugs me about Cracked magazine. It's like Cracked would not always give they would not always give attention to the artist. They would never attribution to the artist or to the writer for that matter. Like sometimes the artist has to like sneak it into a specific. Here we go, SB Whitehead. That's who it is. Snuck in right there, teeny tiny, itsy bitsy, teeny weeny signature above a surfboard. That's not right, man. That's not right at all. That's what I say. That ain't right. That boy ain't right. Anyway, here we have, I don't know, maybe one that wouldn't, who knows? I guess maybe it wouldn't go too well nowadays. Welcome, friends. It's a classic movie time again, where on a regular basis, every 3 to 6 to 9, or maybe even 14 years, we bring you another great old film lambasted in cracked tradition. So settle down with a nice big bowl of Fruit Loops and 7-Up to munch on as we present Shylock Holmes and the Case of the Lifted Locket. And this is signed by Moriarty, who of course is a character in Sherlock Holmes. Is that Sherlock's brother is Moriarty? Who knows? That's, I was about to say, you guys are faster than I am. I think this is Severin's artwork, and it's a little gnome de plume. He was known for that, for doing that in Cracked magazine. I'm almost certain that this is John Severin artwork. And anyway, although the name would imply that this would be, I don't find the illustration to be as anti-Semitic as the name of this implies. But look at this. I love this hatching. He pulled out all the stops on this. Like if you really want to look at, okay, like let's compare that to the different strokes one at the beginning of this. He took his time. He did really, really good work. This is like, what was it? Somebody was like, yeah, not bad art. Well, this is really good art. And it is like more cartoony, more fun, more funny, but it's just like look at the rendering that he's doing on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, his brother's is signed with a C or something. That's right. Yeah, he does, which makes that first comic like sort of bizarre in a way, because it wasn't that good. My favorite Fumetti mag was dirty. Say no more. Well, what is it? Oh wait, no, this is a family show. Don't say it. Say no more. Follow your instinct. Okay. Thank you, Harvey Esquire. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is like beautiful artwork. I feel like it is a shame that Severin never got to be in Mad magazine, right? I mean, he was done after the comic, wasn't he? I could be wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like a lot of the guys, like imagine Jack Davis, right? Jack Davis was in the comic and he continued in Mad for decades and decades and decades. Like Wally Wood was in the comic and he continued into Mad Magazine for quite a long time. Severin didn't get to, and I think that's a bummer. Yeah, look at this. This is fantastic. This is like what a way to like, I don't know. What is this? What about Charles Burns? Oh, a big baby at center. He should have taken over the Dick Tracy comic strip when Chester Gould died. I don't know who Charles Burns is. Listen, man, you're new to this channel, but I have a lot of blind spots. So get ready to be frustrated. That's all I'm saying. I do love Chester Gould, and I love his Dick Tracy stuff. I don't have it here. I don't have it handy in the studio, but I have one of his the collections of it's like Dick Tracy's best cases. It's a great big hardcover book. I mean, look at it. It just goes on and on and on. It's just delightful. Absolutely delightful. And then here we have Cracked Interviews, the Psychiatric King. Actually, we should. I want to. This is like I love this. Like very simple Photoshop. I was Marvin Manley. Are you muscle bound? Buddy, look in the mirror. Are you a two-fisted dynamo of rippling power? Is every inch of your body packed with explosive He-Man brawn? Are your legs like two steel springs? Do you have a punch-proof midsection and a crushing grip? Well, your troubles are over. I can take that body of yours and in just 10 minutes a day transform it into a weak, scrawny skeleton of a man. The type of body we all wish we had. I have developed a special exercise program that changes massive, bulging biceps and power-packing legs into sagging, skinny, sickly flesh hung on a weak, flabby frame. I don't know. This is funny. Obviously, a take on the was it Charles Atlas workout things. Yes, I think we talk about the Blob, Kyle Bridget and I, in one of our episodes of Potter ZB podcast. We rank the best what should we call it? Humor magazine sidekicks. And I think we talk about the Blob, we talk about Simpy Dumpkins, we talk about Sylvester P. Smythe, all of which are cracked ones, but others as well. Yeah. And of course, Nanny Dickering is, pretty cool. All right, you guys, we're coming to the end of this. Oh, here we have the shut-ups, which we're going to read through this, obviously. If you haven't, as we approach the end of this, remember, hit like and hit subscribe. I keep begging for it because it helps. That's why. But dear, how are you going to stay in business? You drive away your customers. Shut up, Ma. That's my job. Relax, Cohen. Just a couple of splashes and I'll be finished. Shut up, stupid. I'm freezing to death. Stop it. I don't even know your name. Shut up and pucker up. I paid my buck. Oof. So there you have the shut ups, which is kind of snappy answers to stupid questions, but more of a visual one than anything else. Oh, and here we have the traffic jam. I don't know who this artist is, but I really do like. There's something. Okay, this is what I like about it. I love the yellow. The black on yellow is, for some reason, I just really enjoy, especially with the white word balloons. And then even this, the yellow smoke is going over that word balloon. I think that's a really cool effect. It's great. This is a cool comic. Yes, it is. It's very European looking. I agree. I concur. All right, you guys. Well, there we have it. This has been Cracked Magazine, number 162 from 1979. You guys, I've already belabored the point. Hit like, hit subscribe, all of that stuff. If you do think that what I do here on this channel is worth more than just a like and a subscribe, please consider supporting me on Patreon, supporting me by becoming a channel member. Shout out to Me Too Big, becoming a channel member. Remember, if you do that, you can get a 6-set of stickers, some buttons, mad stencil, and you can also get these videos. Not these, this is a live stream, but you can get the regular weekly videos before anybody else does. So consider doing that. I would appreciate that. Yes, I did. I haven't had a chance to look through them. I apologize for that. It's been a little busy. So feel free to nag me. If you also want to be part of the Instagram chat, the Flippin' Through Instagram chat, just let me know. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram, and I can add you to that. But with that, oh no, I shouldn't say with that. Thanks so much for watching. I should say goodbye to all of you. Sketchy Works, great crack shoe, Pat. Yeah, thank you. Me Too Big, thanks for stopping by. Vanessa, thank you for dropping in. GM Spectre, great to see you. Thank you for coming through with some chats and joining us this evening. Harvey Esquire, thank you. Sticks McFly, of course, and Andre Schifino. Mamma mia, thank you so much. I can't scroll any further. If I didn't name you, just know that I sure do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.